After recently finding more cause to hop into the world of PS1 and play some of the great titles on the system, I figured I needed to keep the ball rolling on the PS1 train. So let's take a deeper look at some of the console variations that this great system has. If you're new here, I do a thing where we do top 5 Tuesdays. Now, I have been slacking quite a bit recently, but I do want to keep the train moving and do want to get a little bit better at doing this. So I figured I'm going to do shorter top 5 Tuesdays, hopefully at around 5 to 6 minutes long, just so that we have more of them coming out more frequently. And today we're going to be taking a look at PlayStation 1 console variations, which is a weird and wonderful world. So let's first hop into the most classic and iconic one, which is the original PlayStation 1, the grey system. The original classic boxy box of pure nostalgia. I had to start here with such an iconic system. I definitely need to add one of these to the collection, but for now I admire this from afar. While it's not as flashy and everyone can get their hands on one if they so desire, I still think it looks fantastic and it's a great way to start the list. Next up, we have the PS1. Now this is one that I have in my collection, and the PS1 is one of Sony's console reiterations or mid-cycle refreshes. So this has been going on since the beginning and the PS1 looks fantastic. I have no idea how they shrunk it down so much, and what makes this even more incredible is that Sony had this focus on portability. So in addition to making the system so small, they actually created one of the coolest accessories to ever go with any PlayStation in the PlayStation LCD screen attachment for the system, which means you could pretty much take this anywhere, plug it into a power port, and you would be able to game wherever you have power, which is just incredible. Now we move into our first proper console iteration or variation in color and design, if you want to put it like that. And this is to celebrate what now seems like quite a small milestone in Sony's repertoire. So to celebrate 10 million consoles sold, Sony gave away these beautiful blue, almost like a navy-ish color system to the lucky participants or winners. I don't really know how these were given away, but I can tell you this, I would love to be one of the people that were given this console. It looks fantastic. I would love to have one in the collection. In the penultimate spot on the list, I have to admit something before we get into this console. I am rather partial to anything green. So when I found out that there was a green PlayStation console, my heart might have skipped a few beats. This is the PlayStation 1 debugging unit, and as the name suggests, it is used to debug games in development. So this was almost region free, or it was region free, and you could actually play burned discs on it because in order to test your games, you needed to test it on the software or on the system hardware. However, you don't want to have all the hiccups of not being able to play burned discs, so this console was used for debugging games in development. Now there are two different variations, a green and a blue one. Obviously I put the green on here because I am partial to green. However, the difference in the consoles is not just the color, there is actually some internal differences that I am not entirely clued up on, but I will get that information to you guys if you so please in maybe a little short if you guys want to watch that. Now the last one on the list is the most desirable PlayStation 1 system, and if you know anything about your PlayStation history, you know this console. This is the Net Rose. Now the Net Rose is a console that is unlike any other. It is actually a console you could buy through mail order, which means you could fill in a form and send it to PlayStation with the money and they would mail you back this system. Now what this system is an at-home dev kit, so a development kit that you could practice on at home, which is just bizarre and out of this world, and it's something that I don't think we would see today, unfortunately, but it's still a magical thing to have seen happen, and this is the only way to get an official black PlayStation 1, which is probably why most people want it. And I will be dead honest with you guys, I don't think I could ever develop my own game, let alone on PS1 hardware. So when it comes to this console, I am definitely going to be the type of person that would rather have it on display and use it as a conversation starter. Guys, let me know what your favorite PS1 system of all time is in the comments below, and which one you would pick from this list, because I can't decide and I kind of just want them all. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a lovely week further. Cheers.